the sign on the door says something else, but this is the Edmond Recreation and Aquatic Center, or ERAC as we called it. It is certainly a major accomplishment on many, many fronts. I'm sure there will be others today that will talk about the details of this state-of-the-art facility, but I want to focus a little on a little bit more distant history. Back in April of 1992, the city had an opportunity to acquire 273 acres on what seemed like the edge of town back then. They had no real plans for the site, but saw the acreage and the price as an opportunity. They paid less than $2,500 an acre, or a total of $675,000. The city council was bold in this and spent the money and acquired the site. They later executed a land swap with Edmond Public Schools, so the acreage that was assembled that now creates what we know as Mitch Park. This large acreage has provided the city of Edmond opportunities to create a variety of recreational uses and serve a lot of diverse users. Most of the park improvements, like parking, and can efficiently serve different venues like the ball fields, the MAC, and now the ERAC. And I think we've experienced a little of that out there today. Mitch Park was a super opportunity for this ERAC project's location because the city had the land available and the supporting infrastructure was already in place, so we could spend most of the money on the brick and mortar here. Edmond has been blessed over the years with many active and involved citizens who volunteer in many ways to grow and improve on their community. In 1996, 210 citizens came together and worked on a project to create a vision for Edmond, known as Tomorrow's Edmond, a community dialogue. The overarching vision statement out of this report was that Edmond will be a diverse and innovative hometown committed to excellence through leadership, balanced growth, and cooperation. And these high standards will only be accomplished by citizens' participation. These citizens addressed many key issues and laid out their goals for the future of Edmond. And one of those key issues was that the city, schools, and UCO should share facilities and services to maximize economic benefit. I think this project is an extremely major demonstration of this joining together to meet that Tomorrow's Edmond vision. So the policymakers for the city had our instructions on what the public desires were. In 2000, the citizens voted for a 3/4 penny sales tax to fund capital projects. And this project was one of those that was desired by the public. Now the city had its portion of the funding in hand. The next phase of the partnership with the city was the city and the schools and the YMCA beginning their dialogue, and these pieces started to come together through a series of many meetings and discussions about the various challenges and the opportunities until a general MOU was developed that all could agree on. After this, the citizens were asked once again to vote on a bond issue to allow the Edmond Public Schools to fund construction of the pool. All the partners now had their funding needs met, and they were in place to start this wonderful project that is the envy of many communities, if not most. Today, recreation and especially youth sports is becoming a major economic engine for the city of Edmond, and the new Olympic-sized pool and the future visitors to swimming events will certainly add to this benefit. You can see there are many people that we need to thank, and all should feel proud that they contributed to this wonderful project. And I want to include in that group those council members in '92 who made the decision to purchase this large parcel of land where we stand today. For me personally, this is a tremendous honor to be standing here with you. This is a large and huge event with statewide implications. Now I'm done, and I need to and want to introduce the Edmond Public Schools Superintendent and current Citizen of the Year, Dr. David Goin.
Thank you. This is such an exciting day for our Edmond and really greater Oklahoma City community because this is an exceptional amenity. But it is also an amenity that meets the needs of our students who attend Edmond Public Schools. There's a lot of enthusiasm in the crowd today. I think the only enthusiasm that I have seen that has been even greater was last week, the first day, the first moments that our student athlete swimmers set foot in the completed facility. They were ecstatic. And so will be students for a number of years who are able to access this fine, fine aquatic facility that is a part of a greater amenity that will serve our entire community in so many ways. I'll make just a very few comments, and I think at this point it is thank yous that are appropriate. Thank you first to the entities involved for initiating and never giving up on the idea of a partnership to create this center, and over a long period of time to flesh out that concept. I want to say thank you to the governing body of the Edmond Public Schools, the EPS Board of Education. The board at the time that this facility was, the aquatic facility was placed on a bond issue included the following members: Mr. Charles Woodham, Mr. Kemp Coe, Ms. Kathleen Duncan, Mr. George Colmia, and Ms. Jamie Underwood. And since that time, and also very supportive, has been board member Leanne Kuhlman. But it was the action of that board in approving and then promoting the bond issue as a means of funding a sorely needed venue for our Edmond Public School student swim teams that the aquatic piece was able to come about. And then a big thanks also goes to our EPS swim coaches, and especially to Mr. Steve Riggs and the student athletes and their parents for their exceptional support and urging throughout the project's history. Then, of course, we must thank the EPS community for convincingly passing the bond proposal that ultimately made the Aquatic Center possible. As we mentioned earlier, we thank the architects, the construction firms for their work in keeping the project on schedule and completing it in a beautiful way. And finally, a note of appreciation is extended to the Edmond Public Schools Associate Superintendent Brett Town for his outstanding contributions in contributing to design features and in helping see the project through to completion. And now for us, the real work and fun will begin. At this time, I would introduce the current chair of the Greater Oklahoma City Y Board of Directors, Mr. Ford Price. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I was informed I'd be speaking in front of you all about 10 minutes ago, so you'll let me apologize for my lack of notes. I'm not sure how much more I can say that hasn't already been said, but I will say this. First of all, to Mike Grady, who is the visionary of the Y and has been running it for many, many years. When I first got on the board, I kept hearing these rumors of a Y up in Edmond, and nothing kept happening, and I didn't really understand what took so long. And now, as the chair, 7 chairs later, I have a complete understanding of just what a labor of love this was for so many people. And so first of all, Mike, I'd like to thank you for your perseverance in getting us here, and for all the previous board chairs that all shared the faith that we would ultimately, finally get here. And to the City of Edmond and the Public School District, thank you all so much for everyone's patience and endurance. Clearly, it was worth the wait. This will certainly be the Y's flagship facility, be on the cover of our brochures for many, many years to come, I can assure you, and we really look forward to working with you, and very glad to be associated with you all in this wonderful facility. I think the first memorandum of understanding was signed in the year 2000, and so that pretty much says it all. But this is an incredible facility, an incredible day for everybody here, and we very much appreciate being part of it, being included, and look forward to many, many years of working together in a wonderful facility. Thank you so much.